Hello students, today we are going to share a new part of how do organism reproduce. In this we are going to talk about male reproductive system. As we all know that it's a half part of a reproductive system, human that is animal reproductive system. So we are taking part by part. Now in human reproductive male reproductive system we will be discussing some terms so that it will be more understandable to you. That the first term is gamete. What is gamete? So gamete, as we all know that as a organism we are classified into male and female. So how come we understand things that one is male and one is female? It is classified on the basis of sex cell produced by the organism. Sex cell are the cells which represent the organism as a classify the organism as a male and female. If any organism is producing male sex cells, that means it is male. If that is producing female sex cells, that means it is female. So basically the sex cell produced by any organism classify it as a male and female. So what is gamete then? Gamete is a sex cell which is produced by the male or female. In male it is sperm and in female it is ovum or egg. So I think this is very much clear what is gamete. Now coming to the fertilization. What is fertilization? It is the fusion of gametes, male and female gametes. Basically it's the fusion of male and female gamete to forming a single celled structure called zygote. When male gamete means sex cell of male and female combines, it will form a single celled structure zygote. This process is known as fertilization. Okay, so one question arises, I think in my mind and your mind too, when two cells combines together, why the genetic material did not get doubled? The reason behind is this: when sex cell is used to form inside the body, they are formed by the meiotic division of the cell. Which division? Meiotic division of the cell. Due to meiotic division, their genetic material becomes half. So half from the male sex cells and half from the female sex combines to form a single number of or decent normal number of chromosomes inside the body. Okay, this is how this is having the proper genetic material, just because of half 23 from the male, 23 from the female combines to form 46. Okay, now fertilization is of two types, internal and external. Always keep this in mind. Fertilization is of two types, internal and external. Internal fertilization occurring inside the females. When fertilization takes place inside the female body, then this process is known as internal fertilization. Means fusion of male and female gametes should be inside the female body. Then that sort of fertilization is considered as a internal fertilization. Okay. Now, where it is usually it is found? It is found in mammals, reptiles, some birds. They used to do internal fertilization. Mammals, including all mammals, with terrestrial animal which we found on the terrestrial area, they all do internal fertilization, including humans. So what in this process what happens? Sperm used to travel to the ovum. When sperm travels to the ovum and it gets fused inside the female body, then it is a internal fertilization. And then what is about external fertilization? External fertilization is a fertilization in which fertilization takes place outside the female body. Female body के बाहर fertilization means female used to ejaculate eggs and sperms are being or male sex cell is ejaculated by the male and outside they fuse from the body of the organism. They fuse to form zygote. This happens in case of frog, amphibians. Maximum amphibians, or we can say all amphibians used to do the same. There is a fertilization which takes place externally, and they used to lay eggs in the water ovum are let down in the water, and the same thing the male also put a sperm or sex cells into the water itself. Then while floating they get mixed, they float and reaches to the destination and fuse to form zygote. This is how external fertilization takes place. Okay. Now advantage of this. What is the advantage of fertilization or formation of zygote? The greatest example of or advantage is this: it gives rise to greater variety of population. As we all know that humans, they are too much versatile, too much different. Every phase is different from other. Why it is so? Everybody's immunity is different, everybody's skill is different, everybody's capability is different, behavior is different, high health, height, size, everything is different just because of the fertilization. In fertilization, basically what happens? There are two parents. Both parents carries their genetic information that mix together to form a new individual having everything new into it. That's why due to fertilization, whether it is taken in flower or human being or any animal, the new variety or new species is being generated, which is more adaptable, more variant, more ready to evolve in the environment, and that species sustains properly on the globe. That's why fertilization has a great advantage. Due to this process, new species can be created, more we can say adaptive species can be creative. As you all are kids, whose all students are new species in case of this, because they have a great mind, great personality, great attitude, adaptation is great. They know things very well. You might have gone through seen this thing. Your parents might have not able to use mobile properly, but you are able to. Parents used to ask, what we supposed to do in this? Because you are more adaptive, you have more capacity in the brain, your cranial cavity is much larger than your parents. It's just not because you are more they are backward. They are not backward, they have transferred their genetic material, due to which the new formed species have a greater amount of, we can say, information in a form in case of genetic material. That's why it is more advanced. Okay, so advantage is on a bigger note, is too much, or variety of advantages are there, and main advantage is this, we used to get variety of species, advanced species. Now coming to the structure, this is the structure of male reproductive system, which is found in the lower abdomen of the male. In this, if we found from upper side, we are taking from upper side, uterus is there, seminal vesicles is there, bladder is there, prostate gland is there, penis is there, urethra is there, testis is there, scrotum is there, and vas deferens is there. These are the parts you must be learning by heart, because in CBSE this diagram can come, the question may be asked from the diagram and you have to label it. Or even though there will be chances that they will ask the glands, what are the glands over there, like prostate gland, mention the gland, prostate gland is there, seminal vesicles is there, so they can ask the function of it. So you have to keep this in your mind, because this is the important part of this chapter, it may come in the exam. So one by one, from testis. Testis is the place where sperms are produced. Okay, they are stored in vas deferens, where they become motile. Motile means ready to move. They generate tail. Okay, and scrotum is a muscular sac-like structure which holds the testis outside the abdominal cavity. Why outside the abdominal cavity? This question is asked very frequently. Because testis works, the temperature of the testis is maintained 2 to 3 degree below the body temperature. If they are inside the body, then the temperature will become high. According to the body, it will be what is the temperature of the body. But if they are out of the body, then the temperature is maintained 2 to 3 degree lower, so that testis will perform better. That's why they are hanged out of the body. When that sperm becomes motile, they move from vas deferens, okay, and reaches to the prostate gland without entering the bladder. They do not enter the bladder. Okay, they reaches to the seminal vesicles and prostate gland. There is an extra secretion of protein and other viscous fluid is added to the sperm and forms semen. Sperms are formed in the testes, which move from vast differences and reaches to the site of the seminal vesicles and prostate gland, where protein and other viscous fluid is being added to it, and sperm, when combines with that viscous fluid, it forms it forms semen, whitish color pigment, which moves to the penis, urethra, penis, and ejaculated out of the body. So basically, the semen is a mixture of sperm and viscous fluid and protein and some other glucose and other components. Okay, now what is the use of ureter? Ureter is to bring secretory waste, liquid waste, to the urinary bladder, and it is get expelled out from the penis. Penis is an elongated part which is performs two functions only, or basically one function. It's perform the function of ejaculations or expelling things out. It expels only one thing at a time, whether urine or semen. One thing at a time. It cannot be mixed, as when one thing is being poured out, other system is blocked. Means bladder is blocked when semen comes out. So one thing at a go it happens. Penis, the function of penis is to expel thing out or ejaculate things, and to ejaculate semen to the target place where from where the sperm can reach to the ovum properly. Means in the time of copulation, sperm is used to ejaculate sperm up to the target site, that is uterus or vagina of the female. This is the work of this reproductive system. Okay, so students, this is all for the day. You might have understood this well. What is male reproductive system, what are its function. Okay, so do prepare notes, and if you have any queries, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you.